believe that the human rights of these people should prevail over some inconvenience.
We begin tonight with an update on asylum seekers who had set up camp at Cesar Chavez Park in Barrio Logan. They've started to leave, but there are now growing concerns over where they will end up. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
And I'm Kirsten Holmes, in tonight for Marcella Lee. Now, we first told you about this earlier this week. CBS 8 Shannon Handy is working for you tonight. She's finding out where some of those asylum seekers went and the concerns that still remain.
Port of San Diego police issued these notices to asylum seekers here on Tuesday. Now, since then, local organizations have stepped up to provide temporary housing for the families who have been camping here. The issue now is, what's the permanent solution?
No se sabe.
This asylum seeker from Nicaragua asked that we not show his face, but he wanted to share his story. I first met him, his wife, and their 3 daughters on Monday.
¿Cuántos años tienen?
Neighbors had complained about asylum seekers taking over the fields and playground at Cesar Chavez Park in Barrio Logan. The following day, Port of San Diego police issued notices telling people they had to leave. Local organizations stepped in to assist with short-term hotel stays for families like his with young children. But it's only for a night or two, at which point he says he'll have no choice but to come back to the park.
¿Qué necesitas por tú y tu familia?
Un lugar, aunque sea momentáneo, por lo menos unos 2-3 meses.
He says what he and his family need is a place to stay for a few months. That's the case for others like him, according to Ian Sorello, chair of the San Diego Immigrant Rights Consortium.
Putting them in a hotel today and tomorrow they will be back somewhere else.
Sorello says the process of seeking asylum is a lengthy one, so while these families were allowed into the United States, they can't legally work until their court date, which means most don't have the means to provide roofs over their heads.
Once they are given those paperwork that includes a notice to appear, the notice to appear will include information as to when they should report to the court date, which is usually months away.
Sorello is urging both the city and county to work together to find better solutions, saying there's not enough shelter beds available. Meantime, the Port of San Diego tells CBS 8 at this point they have not issued any citations or made arrests, adding its officers are, quote, merely providing information to the families about available resources and the port codes they may be in violation of, and we continue to work with public agency and community partners to seek housing and resources for the families. Back at the park, there are fewer tents compared to Monday, though the majority of asylum seekers have left for now. Some still remain. That's because hotel stays were not offered to single men or some of the unhoused who aren't asylum seekers but still have no place to go. Working for you, Shannon Handy, CBS 8.
Thank you, Shannon. Okay, so late this afternoon, we learned Catholic Charities is helping house some of those asylum seekers, but their money is running out. To donate, go to CBS8.com and click on this story. And remember, if there is something you need us to look into, just email us at workingforyou@CBS8.com.
New tonight, CBS 8 checked in on the new bike lanes on Convoy Street in Kearny Mesa and found a number of issues affecting cyclists and others in the area. The video we shot today shows some of the plastic bollards installed for the bike lanes. They're already covered in scuff marks. One's already completely knocked out. A cyclist we talked to said he prefers riding on streets that are less crowded.
Those plastic barriers don't do anything. It stops cars from parking there, but it doesn't stop you from getting hit. And then they don't maintain the bike lanes.
We're also told that because of the barriers, street sweepers can't get into the bike lanes to clean trash and other potential hazards. Others we talked to today say the new bike lanes have also made the bad parking situation in the Convoy district worse.
3, 2, 1.
It's the day so many people have been waiting for. There is complete pandemania at the San Diego Zoo. After months of putting up with our panda puns, we can now finally see our new giant pandas that are here on lease from China as part of a conservation collaboration. And we have team coverage for you tackling all the angles.
CBS 8's Abby Black will have more on the traffic alert around the zoo in just a moment, but we're going to start out with CBS 8's Jenny Day with our first look at the pair of pandas.
I did want to share this special San Diego day with you. We've been on Panda Patrol for months now, and today they are officially back. Governor Gavin Newsom was even here and declared it Panda Day. These beautiful black and white bears are uniting people from around the world and bringing a whole lot of joy back to the San Diego Zoo.
It's truly one for the record books.
They're so cute. They're so fluffy.
It's the best day of my life.
欢迎来到 San Diego. Welcome to San Diego.
I wish the opening of Panda Ridge a great success, and may Yingchuan and Xingbao have a wonderful time in the United States.
Roly-poly, calm, cute, and cuddly, bamboo-loving giant panda bears, now in their new home at the San Diego Zoo.
Our San Diego Zoo will care for these animals. I know they are so cherished in China, and I extend my appreciation to President Xi.
After a nearly 7,000-mile journey from China and a 6-week quarantine here, the newly remodeled enclosure, Panda Ridge, is now 4 times larger and mimics the lush landscape of their hometown in the Sichuan province.
Your dream has come true, even without giving us grizzly bears.
We got a boy and a girl, Yunchuan and Xingbao. Yunchuan is the son and grandson of some of our previous pandas, providing this next generation of panda diplomacy. It's a symbol of peace, politics, friendship, and conservation.
It's about celebrating our common humanity. It's about celebrating the things that bind us together.
Our zoo's efforts have helped improve their status, going from endangered to vulnerable. 6 cubs have been born here. The goal is also for these 2 to mate, but because they typically like to be alone, they will be housed separately until breeding season.
I got to just go down that place first, very first person, and I'm just so happy to be here.
Xingbao here is an excellent climber. The 3-year-old female's name means precious treasure of prosperity and abundance. Yunchuan is our laid-back 4-year-old boy whose name means big river of cloud.
We hope she will bring you good luck to California, to San Diego.
San Diego hasn't had giant pandas since 2019, and this is the first time in 2 decades new bears entered the U.S. The governor says he's appreciated our coverage.
There's nothing I enjoy more than watching the press report on pandas. The pandamania, that's right, Bob, it's pandamania here in San Diego, and all that, yeah, it's a real zoo inside with the crowds.
So there are 3 ways to see them. Timed reservations that are free once you enter the zoo, the free standby line like it was before, and then a paid 60-minute early morning walking tour that you can reserve online. That'll cost another $100 on top of the $74 admission fee.
A panda a day keeps the sorrow away.
Truly an Anchorman moment, because this indeed is a big deal. You stay classy, San Diego. Reporting on this historic day, Jenny Day, CBS 8.
Thank you, Jenny. Okay, so if you're worried about those big crowds, there is a traffic alert around Balboa Park, but our crews there say today traffic wasn't that bad.
What was tough, though, was finding a parking space. CBS 8's Abby Black is live at the zoo on Panda Parking Patrol. So how's it looking out there right now, Abby?
Well, there are more than 3,000 spots here in the main lot at the San Diego Zoo at 6 o'clock at night, and it's still full. Now, remember, we still have a weekend to go for the first weekend of the Panda, so it could get even busier. We were here when it got completely full. Visitors say it's well worth another line to wait in to see the giant pandas. The zoo wasn't the problem. The challenge was finding a parking spot close to the zoo.
Do you think it's crowded because of the pandas?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah, okay.
Most definitely.
So we probably won't be able to see them.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah?
Yeah,
okay.
that's the thing. You just have to, you have to pack your patience.
Yeah.
Panda patience is important before you even line up to see Xingbao and Yunchuan.
We're very excited to see the pandas.
I love twin sisters Shu and Tianhu and their friend Alex Vila from Australia, and were one of the last to find a spot in the main lot.
How far are we from the entrance? I don't even know.
They're in the wee back.
A long way.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to have a nice walk. I mean, Australians, we like to walk, so it's fun.
Just before noon, there was one more spot left in the main lot.
Got asked about it, so good thing we got it in time.
We saw Amos Mayfield holding the last spot until his mom's friend pulled around.
My parents used to do that to me when I was a kid. They'd push me out of the car and say, hold that spot.
Yes, I trained him well.
You usually don't see people directing traffic, but on peak days like today, Ace parking crews were out.
Yeah, it's a crazy day to see the pandas, right?
From above in Chopper 8, you can see the parking lot full and overflow parking in nearby lots at Inspirational Point and President's Way were also filling up. The zoo has a free shuttle that takes people to and from their car.
This is the busiest I've ever seen it, so I mean, usually we don't have a hard time parking.
The city's encouraging people to use transit, rideshare, or taxi. There's also dedicated bike lanes on Park. We also noticed the main traffic entrance on Zoo Place is closed to incoming traffic. It's for exit only. You'll need to enter on Zoo Place to park in the main lot.
At least the street isn't backed up. I've been here before where like even getting to the zoo is a giant mess of backed up traffic. Today wasn't so bad though.
No bad days during Pandamania.
The best day.
The best day ever.
Now, if you don't want to pack your patience or you have the money to fork over, you can park valet. That'll cost you anywhere from $40 to $60, and you can park it right here at the front of the zoo. But again, expect to have long lines this weekend. You saw that shuttle behind me. You can just hop on the shuttle for free and park nearby.
Okay, so Abby, as you've been out there talking to people, I know I've been at the zoo covering our Panda Patrol for a long time, and I learned a lot when I was at the zoo. What did you learn from panda enthusiasts today? What'd you learn?
It is pandemonium here at the zoo. The twins that you met in my story, they're Chinese-Australian, and they tell me that their superstition is the fact that today is 8/8, and in Chinese culture, 8 is a lucky number, and it's pronounced ba, which sounds like fa, which means fortune. So they say these pandas are lucky, and we are lucky to be able to park for free and to have these pandas on loan here at the San Diego Zoo. Kirsten?
We got luck, and the glasses always half full. Thank you, Abby.
Lucky to have him back.
Yes.
We missed him. Still ahead, some helpful tips on how you can cool your energy bill during these hot summer months.
Yeah, plus how people in Hawaii are marking 1 year since a deadly wildfire ripped through parts of Maui.
And the latest on Storm Debbie as it makes a second landfall in the U.S.
Lots of sunshine in your forecast for today. So this is a view looking out from our Mount Soledad cam. Also across the mountains, not seeing a whole lot of activity happening. 75 degrees for downtown. And we'll take a look at that forecast after the break.